Don't ask me what time it is. I don't know. I don't care. I only care about my Father's time. My Father is God. And you know, prophet of God. I like to talk about, yeah, folks, this W something did die, you know. And I guess Trump must be next to die. You understand? So, because I saw another president will die, and that must be Trump. And people will go to jail. Yeah, definitely. But not Obama. It will not happen, folks. He is, he will not go to jail. He belonged to the, to the end time story, you know. So you will see him a long time. That's for sure. This Mr. Obama. So, but that's only Hillary go to jail, and that's the only one I want to see into jail. You know. But there are more people who will go to jail, of course. But jail, they are already in jail. You know, for a long time. Yeah, they cannot walk normally outside, so you are jailed in some kind of way. Huh? They walk outside with many people around them to protect them. So, what freedom? There is no freedom in that people. You know, they always will be locked up. And when they are locked up in jail, it's the same thing like home. You know, they cannot do what they like. So, that's the story. That's how it is. And you can see it with your own eyes. Follow them, and you will understand I'm right. They can go no way. So, yeah. But when these rich people go to jail, man, they go to a very different jail than you think. And you will not see what kind of palace this jail will be. But when you go to jail, you normal people, you will stand on bread and water. You understand? That's the difference. So you better be rich if you go to jail. Then you will get another way to pay in respect to you. You understand? And that's like it is, folks. That's it. But you don't see it. I see it. You know? When I see people coming and I do not trust them, I always go look on porn sites. You know, I do have a porn site, and every name is known there. You know, then I put the name there, and then I will see what I can find. If I find nothing, then I go to Yahoo. There's also a big way of finding things. Then I go to Yahoo. So I go to different places to find things. And well, then I know a little bit more about this folks. Understand? I find it out. So when I see someone with the same name on a porn site, but it's not the same figure I see, then I do understand. Oh, then I tell my Father God, oh, she do have a false name. You know, we know that the porn star do have a false name because they all have, but you do not know it from normal people who are talking to you. You understand? So when I see the same name, like a porn star do have that name, then I do understand. Oh, so she do have a false name. Because I know already the porn star will use a false name. Always. They never will use their own name. You know? They do have a private life and a private name. And all these rich people do have a private name. You understand? But they think about this on a very clever way. Maybe some of you people did not know it yet. But I'm telling you, I know for sure that this is exactly like I tell you. Or I will not speak. And, you know, this is also what God told me, go to the internet and start to learn. You know, so I go to the internet and I start to learn. And God also told me, don't trust no one, don't trust anything. So I did get my warnings inside. You understand? So God tell me, I can't trust no one. No one. That's a lot of people I cannot trust. More than 7 billion, almost 8 billion. I cannot trust. So that's why I'm only with God. And God will give me everything. You understand? So, and that's how my life goes. Together with God. It's a very nice way to walk, you know. You don't have to make trouble in your mind or something because God is always with you and, well, He will help you. If He think you need help, He come and help you. No, tomorrow I go maybe to the bank and my Father God say, stay home. Then I don't have to ask, will there happen something? God says stay home. I stay home. I ask nothing. I just stay home. This will not happen many times, but it did happen one time. I desperately needed to go to the bank to take some money, and my Father God told me, not today. Today you stay home. And I can do two things. Well, I can listen to Him, or I don't listen to Him. Then the problems I find on the way that God told me and warned me not to go, then this become my problem and my Father will not help me because He did warn me already. The only thing He can say, He can come to me and will say, why did you not listen to me? You understand? So I always will listen to God and to no one else. That's the way I roll, folks. I love it. I love the way to walk with God. And it's definitely my very brand new way. It's like brand new way, you know. I never did get this in my lifetime. And I'm here on earth, I'm 55 and I become 56. I look like I'm 30, you know. I look like a boy. I'm not a man or something. I'm just a boy. I'm fast like a boy. I can tell you that I'm a boy. I'm not a man. And I never will be a man. I will still stay that boy. The boy of God. I will stay that boy. I will never become a man. And I do have a beard, and I do have a mustache, and I do have long hair, but I am young on the outside. I look young, you know. It stays. It stays that way. That's, I think, a wonderful thing. When I tell people, yeah, I'm 55. What? 55? Yes, I'm 55. Now, man, you look like 30. I know. I know. That I look 20 years younger. Oh, yes. I know. Then the only thing I can say, yeah, I know. I also don't understand. But that's the way it is. I cannot change it, and no one can change it. Yeah, God can change it, but He also did not change it. All this time I did walk here on earth. He did change nothing. Only 5.5 years ago He did change completely my life to touch me. And I did get many new things. And these are the things I'm telling you. These are the new things coming directly from my Father God. And I warn you for these new things. Because these new things seems to come from a long time ago. My Father God told me, old will come to new, my son. Old will come to new, my son. I still hear it in my mind, in my ears. Old will come to new, my son. That's what He told me. And I see it happening. I told my father, oh yes, I see it. Old will come to new, my son. Oh yes. Yes. Drag the fish to the sea, for you are the fish in me. My Father's word. Drag the fish to the sea, for you are the fish in me. Father God told me. Don't trust no one, don't trust anything. My Father God did say. I always will listen to God and no one else. It's the only way I walk, and it's the only good way. I saw that it was good, so for me it's good enough to walk with my Father God forever. But what was I talking about? This President Trump. Folks, I saw him die. So it's possible that he will be the second one who will die. Understand? I think, that is the thing. I don't get exactly the time. My father never did give me time because my father is not with time. You understand? And that's why I don't get any time. I just get the word of my father and that's it. There is no time. There is no, only when God tell me, yeah, you can tell this because it will happen today. Then I will go to the internet and I will say, Father God told me this will happen today. And then you will see it will happen. You understand? This is the way how I talk with God. I do it in mind and he did touch me or he did hit me or he did he put a spell on me. I don't know how I need to see it. He did come to me like I saw no one. I only did feel something. And this something what I did feel did not let me stand long on my feet. I needed to go back to my bed because I could not walk anymore. I was like nailed on the floor. And where I want to go, I could not go. It was like a wall was standing there. So I thought, now then I go back. But God did show me a lot of that kind of things, He also told me, every mountain will explode, but do have the name of a mountain. Every mountain will explode. And he told me also, this will not be one time, but it's possible more times. The same mountain. And people will think, oh, we explode one time, I'm still alive, and then it explodes the second time, and you are not alive. So I'm warning you. I'm warning you. It's important to listen to it. It can save your life. If you live in a country like that, with mountains and all this kind of things. It's beautiful, yeah. I do understand. But they do have the name mountain. And my Father God told me, every mountain will explode, but do have the name mountain. Better take heed of it. Let's see, what did God give me more of this kind of lines? Because he did give many, Yeah, he told me, if you don't want these church figures by your door, then say if they are better than me, they can come in. Well, he did say it in another way. He told me, throw the stone again. And I thought, throw the stone again. I never did throw a stone, I think. So I did not understand. Throw the stone again. So I did what's on the internet. And then I find throwing stones. And then I see, of course, Jesus did throw. He definitely did throw a stone. But spiritual. you know, so that you will let go the stone. That is hard, folks. If you are ready to kill another, and then a figure come who will let your stone fall, then you are very powerful and very wise and very effective. And that's exactly the things I will do with you, you know, or people who come from the church by my house and all these kind of things. Because I directly will start to throw this stone my father did give me. It's his word, and I'm going to use his word against that people. So that they will walk away and say nothing. You understand? It's the same thing Jesus did do. Exactly the same thing. And old will come to new. Got it something to do with me? I don't know. I really don't know. But I know I always did walk with Jesus. I definitely did love him more than God. Because I did not like God. But God seems to be Jesus. Then I did love God and I did not know. Then I was shouting at God. But also at Jesus. And I did not know that I did shout at Jesus. I just did not like his father. And I did let know that I did not like God. But the day he did come to me, and this is also a line of my father, I told my father God, what are you doing with these people? And he told me, people kill people. I do not kill people. He told me, people kill people. That's also a line directly come from my father. You understand? And in this way, he did have many of that kind of lines. Also in dreams and visions. The same thing. He speak like that. He like it. He like to speak in a different language than you speak. You understand? You need to think about it to understand. He like it when you think about it. Because then you will definitely better understand what he's talking about. So it's good that you do not directly understand. Then you will see more ways to understand something you want to understand in one way. But there are more ways in understanding. And that's a wonderful thing. And this is how God always talked with me. And in the beginning, for me also, it was very difficult to understand. Throw the stone again. Father, what are you talking about? Your money will go into the water. Father God told me, your money will go into the water. So I did go to the internet. I told people, your money will go into the water. the fish you see die in the sea, so will it be on the land, my father told me. The fish you see die in the sea, so will it be on the land, my Father God told me. Think about this, folks. These are big things. You are that fish. You understand? But this is the way my Father God always talked to me. And in the beginning was very difficult to understand. But now when God comes with this kind of, well, in some kind of way, tricky things, I directly understand what he means. And I directly can explain. And other people need to think about it, before they will understand. Or you need to tell it, to tell it to the people before they will understand. And not once, but a few times in different ways before they will understand. This is when you walk with God, you get this thing and you start to learn about this, and it will become easy. So for me it's also easy to play with you, you understand? I can do it in any way. It's just the way how to talk, and on what way, on what moment. Now, you people do have feelings, and I will go for your feelings. I will dive into your feelings, like I dive into the sea. This is also what my Father God told me. My Father God told me, my son, can you swim? I told my Father God, yeah, I can swim. And then he made the sea like unbelievable. I thought, I cannot swim in this. And Father God told me, can you still swim? I told my Father God, oh yes, with you, I can swim wherever I want. And then I did say nothing, and I dive into the sea. And my Father is with me, and he made the sea like the stone in the street. This quiet. The sea did not even move anymore. Little waves or wind, no. It was like stone on the street. That is the most quiet sea I ever saw in life. But God directly did stop this sea he did make for me. He wanted to know if I really walk with him. And I did dive into that sea. Because I only can do this together with God. And these are valuable stories, folks. I love these stories because I see my wallet go open and no one can pay what I'm talking about. On that moment, when I talk about God, there is no amount of money to pay me for it in the things I say. Because these things come from God, from God himself. And he did give me many of these parables, It's the way he liked to talk. He always did and I always will. But people will never understand. That's why you need to walk with God to understand it. It's not easy. And God knows, for me it was not easy because I never did go to school. I never did learn English because I'm from Holland, folks, and I did learn nothing at all. I never did go to school. Yeah, school for drinking milk, because I did like the milk then. And I did go swim and do gymnastics and cooking. When I did have cooking lessons or swimming lessons, then I did go. But for the rest, I never did go there. It was not my thing. But then you will say, how is it possible that you speak so well English? Well, in my way. I don't know. I don't know. I never did learn it on school, you know. And I speak it better than the land I'm coming from. You know, sometimes it's difficult. Then I need to speak my own language, what I was born with. And then I need to think what to talk about in my language. This is how much I talk this dirty English language. It's a dirty language. You know? You can scream at God in the best way to speak English to God. You definitely will hurt God. This only can be the only language. And you also can turn it upside down. Now do this with the Dutch language. It will not fit for me. It will not happen. You understand? That's why the Dutch language, when you hear this backtrack, you know, that it go back. Normally it's music, and when you turn it back, then you hear that they speak about the devil and all this kind of thing. It only can happen with the English language. That's why the English language is the most dirtiest language against my Father God. You can use it against my Father God. And it's the only language in this world what you can use against my Father God. That's why English is a dirty language. But this is how I walk with God and talk with God, you know. And God gives me things, and well, I explain it to you. This is exactly the thing I do when I don't know any better, or I think I do it good. You know, I did get dreams and visions. The people did come to me and did tickle my shoulder and did say, go on like this, you do it good. And I was like, huh, what are you talking about? What do I good? What is so good? These are angels coming from God, and they coming like human beings, and they telling me, you do it good, go on like this. And in my dream, or well, not in my vision, because I go into a vision, but I'm still here. And I know both of these worlds. I can go into another world very easy, while I hear outside the children screaming and playing and laughing. You understand? But my eyes see other things, and I'm also there. I can touch. I can do everything there. But I also can hear the children playing in my street. You understand? Or hear them talking. So I'm in this world, but I'm also together with God in the things He want to let me see, what is so important. And also when I do have a vision, I can stop it. I only have to open my eyes. I stop the vision. But sometimes it's so important, then I open my eyes and I'm still in the vision. But I can look outside, I see my street and I see the children and I see where I am, but still I see that I'm somewhere else. I did give it the name an open vision. This is when you are walking on the street and it starts to happen, I can walk but I see this vision also. It's really something I did get from God, and it's unexplainable in that way. So I'm in traffic, and it's wild traffic, but I do have a vision, and I still will make no accident. Because I'm also here. And to tell you how this is very difficult to explain to you, so that you will understand. There is no explanation. I cannot explain it to you, what it is, how it feels, what you get through, It's like you are in two worlds at once, My world, this world, and that other world, what God did create to warn you. So God really did come to me, and He took me, if you don't want or not, that's not God's problem, and also not yours, because when He touches you, you are done with that problem. You will not think about God on that way anymore, that you do not like Him and all this kind of shit. It will go very fast away, and you will start to love Him. You must, because that's the power what is in Him, and He will give this to you. So when you hate Him, He touches you, you love Him. It directly go out of you. But you still will understand that you did hate Him. But it's not there anymore. You only remember that you did hate Him. But this is gone. But in your mind, it is still there. It never go away. You always will remember, well, I did not hate Him, I did not like Him, I put it in that way. Hate is very big, folks. I never told Jesus Christ that I hate His Father. I did not like His Father. Because in my eyes, you are not a father if you let your son be in pain like that. You are not a father. But all this time that I did not like God, I did not like Jesus. And this is what I did not know. Because Jesus definitely is God, my Father. And when it is time, folks, I will show you my Father. He will come back in the flesh and in the blood here on earth. I will show you my Father. For my Father is no one else than Jesus Christ. He is God. But many of you people think different in this. I do understand. But you also think different in time. You know? You did learn about time on a very wrong way. Christmas time, wrong way. He was never born on Christmas time. It's a pagan party. It's against Jesus Christ. You never did know. How could you? You live now. These people who did create this, with time and everything, in that day you did not live. Or you did not know. You understand? I can tell you, you did live many times more. In these 2000 years, you did live many times more. And sometimes you will get a flashback. But you definitely will get this flashback when God touches you. Then you will see things what really is unbelievable. He will send you back. And you will understand what really did happen. In everything. And this is one person who can do this. And that's God. My Father. And no one else. This is how I know and understand. Also, people did live before this also. Oh yes, folks, you did. But you don't know it anymore. Only the very clever people will get a breakthrough in this. The very clever. So then we go to the story, you see Trump from very long time ago. You see Obama from very long time ago. You see Michael Jackson from very long time ago. Is it possible? Yes. Like I told you. It's definitely possible. And that's why my Father God told me, old will come to new, my son. Then we are back in the story we are now. Old will come to new, my son. My Father God also told me, summer in the winter. My Father God told me. Summer in the winter. So winter in the summer. But I see this thing coming now. Exactly like God told me. Summer in the winter. It definitely almost is happening here in Holland. And maybe only in Holland. But I did not say that this will count for you, did I? And I look into the weather and I feel the storm is coming. And I tell my Father God, oh Father God, what will happen where the real storm will go? And it always will go to, guess where? America? Oh yes, America, folks. So when it starts to snow here, then I tell my Father God, oh my Father, what will happen in America? When it is hot here, then I tell my Father God, America. It is the only country what is the middle of the problem. It also will start the problems. It did start the problems. And you don't know how long this is going on already. This is already going on so long, folks. You did not even exist. You did never know. I call America the middle point of evil. This is the name I give America. The middle point of evil. America. And America will know that what I say is what it is. And it's hard, folks. So for the people who live in America, get out of there. Fast. Or you will die. And this can be in an airplane crash, in a snowstorm, on fire, on parties, in football stadiums, because this is also what you're going to see. Football stadiums will explode. My Father God told me, and that's also a line of my Father. Blood in the sport. This is how my Father taught. He told me, blood in the sport. So people will die in the sport. And I saw big explosions there. Big problems in the sport. God also told me, don't demonstrate. Don't go into buses. Don't go into trains. Don't go into airplanes. Don't go into boats. My Father God told me, don't go into big crowds. Don't go to parties, like festivals, music events. Don't go there. My Father God did warn me for this kind of thing. And I did warn in my Father's name all the time. But you never did pick something up. Because you will never know that I'm here. This is what makes me the unknown prophet of God. No one will listen to me. And God told me, my son, you can do whatever you like, but they will never listen to you. I do understand. If I say that I'm a child of God, I do walk with God, and that I am the only one, then I do understand that you will not understand. But all this time, 5.5 years, or a little bit more, I'm here to warn, to help, to protect. But you never did notice me. Is my work for nothing? No. No. My work is not for nothing. You will see on the end why it was not for nothing. Because you will listen. But not now. But when it is time. And I can go on like this, folks, with parables and all that kind of things I did get from God, and very easy, understandable things. But you need to walk with God, and then you definitely will understand what I'm talking about, or else it's not even possible. Your mind is not there, and your feet always will walk the wrong way. And, well, fuck. That's what you are. You are definitely my wrong way. And God did warn from the beginning. Don't trust no one. Don't trust anything. End of story. Case closed.